Good morning, everybody. This is another edition of Frankly My Dear. I'm doing like a quick weekend recap of the playoffs. It was so much going on. Had a lot going on this weekend, so I said, you know what? Let me just sum it all up into one video. So yeah, man. Let me just dive right into it. So we had the first game was the Celtics, man. Celtics and Sixers. So I must admit I was wrong, man. I thought the Sixers could pull it off. Like I said numerous times, I thought the Sixers were a tougher matchup from a talent perspective and matchups perspective with the Cavaliers, but it's looking like that's not gonna happen. It's looking like their youth, their lack of attention to details is going to do them in, man. And it's unfortunate because I feel, like I said, they have the talent, they have the pieces to win the East, but it's like the mental awareness isn't there, man. And then, you know, even from the head coach down, man, from Brett Brown down, man, it's just been embarrassing how they've been performing down stretches when they've had the games under control, man. It's not good. So. And then the Celtics, man, like I said, they just grind it out, man. And Al Horford, man, I must admit, he's been doing a good job on Embiid. He's been a leader, man. He's been with every dime of that money that he got. Last year, he was sorry as hell, but this year, he's really been doing his thing in the playoffs, man. He's really stepped it up, been that leader, that stable force that they need. And then, you know, Terry Rozier and Jason Tatum, those two, man, becoming a dynamic 1-2 punch. Tatum is the only rookie who hasn't really had a bad game this postseason. I mean, he may have had some where he wasn't scoring as much, but as far as like just flat out horrible or flat out bad shooting night like Mitchell has had here and there, he really hasn't had that, man. He's been a pretty stable force for that Celtics team, and they just, you know, the Celtics have a lot of guys that can play basketball, man. They have a lot of guys that understand the game, so they're always going to be tough. They're always going to be tough because they have that court awareness, man. And they have Brad Stevens as the coach, man. And like I said, like I've been saying, he's the best coach left in the playoffs, if not the best coach in the league at this point, to be honest. I know some may say Popovich. I mean, you can go back and forth between the two, but we're talking about right now. Right now, Brad Stevens is just doing a superb coaching job against Brett Brown right now, man, and it's showing. So, and then, you know, we got Ben Simmons. I don't know if the moment is too big or what, but he is having a horrible series, man. Just choking and just not playing well, man. I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to take it easy on him because, you know, he's still young. This is the only year that the Sixers might get a pass from me because of their youth. But after this year, no more passes, man. Y'all have that experience. If I see the same crap next year, man, I'm going to have to lay into y'all, man. So, but yeah, man, I think that series is over, man. To lose the way that they've lost, that just rips your heart out, man. I don't see them coming back from that. So, I mean, might as well pencil in the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. So now let me transition to the good old Toronto Raptors versus LeBron James and the Cavaliers. I must admit, I did not see the fourth quarter. I was actually driving from a little family event, so I missed the fourth quarter. I did see the highlights of the end of the game, though, man. And honestly, man, I'm not going to really chew into the Raptors this time, man, because they actually played hard. They played hard. They tried, but I mean, this was probably Lowry's best game he's had ever in the playoffs, which is a shame. But it wasn't enough because the other supposed superstar, DeRozan, was horrible. He stunk up the place to the point where his coach benched him in the fourth. Now that I don't quite agree with. You know, if somebody, especially a guy like DeRozan, who's already mentioned that he had some issues, here and there with like depression and things of that nature. You know, I don't think you bench him in the fourth quarter and just completely kill his morale. To me, that was them pretty much quitting on this season, man. So I can see. I can't see them. I see this next game being a embarrassment, a beatdown. I thought the last game was gonna be a beatdown, which it was trending that way at first, but they ended up righting the ship and fighting back, showing some heart for once, the same heart they should have showed in game 2. But because they didn't, they're now down 3-0, and that's a tough way to lose, man. A bank shot, one-hand bank shot. For one, they should have trapped LeBron initially. If you go back and look at that play, they had LeBron in the corner. They did not trap him. It was 2 people over there. I can't remember who was over there. They didn't trap him. I mean, you have to trap him, make him either try to split it or dump it to Love, because what is Love can't dribble but so much. All he would have did was got to half court, you trap Love, bam. You forced him into a bad shot, but they let him get a head of steam, and like he said, man, that's a shot he's practiced his whole life, and he hit it, and down goes the Raptors. That's the end of the season. Pencil the Cavs into the Eastern Conference Finals, man. Them versus the Celtics, that's what's gonna happen. Tonight, it's over. Honestly, I'm going to watch just for video purposes, but it's over, man. I see no way the Raptors take this back to Toronto. So, in the words of their brethren, their pseudo mascot, just hold on, Raptors, you're going home, okay? So yeah, man. Like I said, man, on this channel, you're not gonna hear me praising LeBron too much, man. Like I said, no disrespect, but he gets that enough. This ain't his nut dangling station right here, man. Y'all go somewhere else for that. You know what I mean? But I will give him his proper respect, man. That was a clutch moment, a clutch shot. He's actually had a lot of clutch moments this playoff, way more than he's previously had, despite whatever stats ESPN or Nick, the fun boy, Wright wants to throw out there, man. But yeah, like I said, great shot by him, man. And he took their heart out, man. He owns them, man. He's the owner of the Toronto Raptors, man. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna be Celtics Cavs. That's not even saying much. I mean, it's obvious at this point, So with that, sorry y'all may hear this guy on a motorcycle, man. I'm driving on my way to work. But anyways, so let me transition to the Warriors Pelicans. Like I said, that series really hasn't been that intriguing. I mean, even with the Pelicans winning the last game, you could just tell. When I saw that Curry was starting that death lineup, I say these guys ain't playing today. It's over. They came out, man. KD was firing. KD, he came out with that LeBron mentality that he has against the Raptors. He was like, we ain't losing. We ain't losing today. We ain't losing to no damn Pelicans. Y'all ain't on our level, man. Y'all finished. And that's how he came out. That's how the Warriors came out. And that series is 3-1. And it's pretty much over. So you can pencil the Warriors in to the Western Conference Finals at this point. And then I'm going to transition to the last game, which was last night. Utah and the Rockets. Man, Utah tried, man. They really tried, but you could tell they just don't have enough, man. They really fought. Honestly, I will say Chris Paul did his thing, man. Chris Paul really took over that game, but at the same time, the Rockets still were not that impressive to me. Like, they could not put this team away. I don't know if that's more so because of the Jazz mentality, just where they won't let you defeat them. They just always try to grind it out, fight it out, or what. But it's something about the Rockets that's still not that impressive to me. Like, I feel like if they play the way they played last night, they'll get ran off the court by the Warriors next round. They're just not consistent. I feel they get to, but that's the D'Antoni style, that's why he hasn't made a finals. That style, they can never take their foot, they can never switch the pace of the game, put it that way. They can't change their pace, man. And they keep changing the game by their style. With them, it's boom or bust. They either gonna blow you out or they gonna keep you in the game by taking them shots, man. I mean, I know it's an exciting, fun offense to watch, but I feel like when you run against a team like the Warriors, they're gonna take advantage of that, man. You have those streaks like that, we just jacking up shots, none of them falling. You turn around, Warriors on a 10-0 run, game over. And they actually do play lockdown defense when they get the lead. So, I mean, they get complacent at times too, but I know that when they're motivated, when they feel like they've been slighted, they feel they got that chip on their shoulder, the Warriors play some defense, man. They will lock you up and they will embarrass you. And I think they want to embarrass the Rockets. So, but yeah, man, so I think the Rockets, that series pretty much over. It's just Utah just does not have enough offensive pieces that can create their own shot, man. I think if Utah has to address that in the offseason, man. If they can address that, Utah is going to be dangerous, man. I think even with Rubio, they don't have outside of Donovan, they don't have another guy who can consistently get buckets, man. That's a lot to ask of a rookie, man. So yeah, it look like we're going to get the matchup we've been waiting for all year. The Rockets and Warriors, man. I cannot wait. I don't care if it's going to be coming on at 10:30. I'm gonna stay up to 1 o'clock in the morning to watch every game of that series, man. That's gonna be a great series right there. I think that winner is gonna win the NBA title. I'll get to that later in another video once we've officially established who's gonna be in the finals, man. But yeah, man, just my quick wrap up on this weekend's playoff games. Like I said, it's nothing too long, man. Just wanted to do a quick wrap up. Thank you all for joining the channel. Hit subscribe, hit like. Y'all have a good day. Be productive. Peace.